Hi guys and welcome to ThinkerThemer. Today we're doing a special video because it's almost Christmas. That's not a song, but it is almost Christmas.
That is not a song, yeah.
And it's almost time. It's almost time to get Merry Christmas Mariah Carey out.
Amy's a huge Mariah Carey fan.
Huge Mariah Carey. I'm going to lose all credibility. So today what we're doing is we're packing our games to take with us to my family Christmas. We're going to my mum's house for Christmas. And the thing about that is it's a 20-hour drive.
Obviously, we're not going to play board games while we drive. That would be incredibly unsafe.
No, but what we're doing is restricting ourselves to one bag of board games. This is the bag that we use. That is not product placement. Boardgametables.com is the maker of this bag.
We were not paid for this.
We were not paid for this. I actually bought this during a Kickstarter campaign, and it's a great bag for chucking on your back because it's a backpack and it's all nice and padded and everything. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep all of our games contained into this bag, including the Christmas presents that we may or may not get for Christmas. So we have made a list of 10 games, 5 each, that we're allowed to take to family Christmas. And then hopefully there'll still be some room for any gifts to bring back. But
there was a plan. I'm going to leave a lot of room. I'm expecting a lot of board games. And if I don't get them, I will go and buy them myself. Like, Merry Christmas to me.
So there might be more coming back than there are going there. But anyway, so our rules for making this list of like 5 to go in, we're really thinking about the audience that are going to be playing the games, which is my family. And my family... let's just say the games probably need to be quite light. They need to be light enough that my mum can join in sometimes, but then, you know, have a couple of heavier games for when it's my sister and my little brother, because they're a bit more gamer oriented kind of people. But really, we didn't want anything too heavy. We're going to keep it nice and light. It's Christmas time. There's going to be lots of activity. So without further ado, let's get into our 5 each games that we're taking to Christmas. Maggie. So go first.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
So the first game I thought I'd pick, because it's just like, it's the perfect time of year for it, is Ugly Christmas Sweaters. We really enjoy this game. It's a little trick-taking game where you're designing ugly Christmas sweaters, and there's like a variety of little bonuses depending on the trendy thread and the color and the different symbols. So it's quite an easy one to pick up. It's quite an easy one to play. It's quite fun and easy, quick.
And when else are you going to play it?
Exactly. This is the best time to play it. So,
Ugly Christmas Sweaters going into the bag. Well, my first one is a slightly bigger game, but I don't think I'll go anywhere without this in 2020. It's Calico. I just adore this game, and for me there's not enough occasions and not enough time to ever play this game. So I think at Christmas time it'll be a great one. What I love about it is that if you're familiar with the game, you're creating a quilt and you're using different tiles of patterns and colors and building out a quilt. But the best thing about it, I think, is that if you're a newbie, you can still work towards some of the objectives. It's just color matching and pattern matching. If you are a hardcore gamer, you can try and challenge yourself to get more of the objectives all in one. And for that reason, I think it has good stretch in terms of playing it with my mum and she can still get it, but then playing it with you and my sister and like really having that challenge of getting the most points. So Calico's going in the bag. In the bag. It's in the bag.
The next one for me is a little card game that I find quite fun, and it's very, very easy to get even non-gamers into, is Six Nimmt. So in Six Nimmt, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, you're essentially trying to make sure that you don't end up taking the trick, because it's whoever has the fewest horns by the end, or the fewest cards with points on them.
That makes no sense. It makes no context.
Sense. So no horns is a good thing. But yeah, it's another trick taking. Like, 2 out of 2 are trick taking or not trick taking. This is like an anti-trick taking game. Yeah.
But it's a nice easy one, and it's like, because everybody reveals their card at the same time,
it's quite fun.
There's no downtime. Like everyone is engaged all the time. So it's a nice one to get everybody involved, which is what Christmas is all about. I can't wait for Christmas. My next one is another little game that gets everybody involved. I like to use it as a little energizer, and that's Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza.
This is so fun.
And it's just a ridiculous game. It's not a gamer's game by any means. It's basically you're slapping matches and you're doing funny, weird little, when you're, what's this one called? Narwhal. And the gorilla beating of the chest.
What do we say with that one? It's the gorilla. Yeah, gorilla.
Yeah, it's a gorilla. Yeah. And yeah, it's just, I find it like good as a late night kind of game, or like when everyone's a bit flat and you want to like energize. It's just a really great game to get everyone laughing. Like it's hilarious.
Fun, no stress. Like fun, no stress, no thinking. But just a little bit like, kind of like.
I think it'll be even funnier when everyone's just had a little too much eggnog, a little too many champagnes, even funnier. So I'm going to put that into the bag.
Nice. Well, my next one, I don't actually have the box here because I lent it to a friend, but I brought a twig as a stand-in. I will probably add the box in post. It's Friday. The little solo game. Say, why are you taking a solo game? I'm going to put the twig here as a reminder.
What's it got to do with the twig? I've never played it.
Well, this is like my version of it. Like one of the things that you have is like little arrows to track your kind of when you're injured or your kind of lives and that sort of thing. This is the best thing that I could do. I'm trying to be like just
so
like
it has
Friday.
nothing to do with a tree or a twig.
It doesn't have anything to do with the trick, but you are in Friday in the game. You are Friday, Robinson Crusoe's sort of like handy person, and you are stranded on an island and you're trying to survive. So you have to like make do with whatever you can find. It'll make sense to anyone who's played Friday before. It's a solo game.
It's more fun than playing with the stick.
Well, I played solos. That'll tell you everything you need to know about that. It's a solo game. Why solo? Because I really love it. It's super difficult, even though it's super simple in terms of how it plays. It's a fun one to try and master. And why solo? Because sometimes you need a bit of alone time when you're like surrounded by people nonstop, and it can be a bit overwhelming. And it's like, now I just need to like take myself away to another room and just have a bit of me time. And so it's just
especially if you've met my family. My mum is like an Energizer bunny. She's just like, go. And so there's a lot of like active energy. And sometimes Maggie just likes to sneak away and have
I'm an introvert. I need my me
have a
solo
bit of
recharge time. Yeah.
Fair enough. My next game is one that I absolutely adore. Maggie doesn't love so much. It's Biblios. Biblios is so much fun, and I still can't understand why Maggie does not like this game, because you are
just so bored when I play it.
Shh, this is my choice.
Okay.
So you are, first of all, you are I love the fact that you are taking cards and allocating them either to the pool for other people to choose from, into your own hand, or into the future auction. Yeah. And in the second phase, you're auctioning off all the cards with the money that you have in your hand. It's a really simple concept, so it's easy to teach to anyone. And, we might end up playing with a few of our friends that we have back home where I'm from. And, none of them are really hardcore gamers. So this is just a nice light one. Everybody that I've introduced it to really love it, except for Maggie. And so
I don't mind it. I just get bored playing.
Yeah, no.
It's just
stop saying how boring it is.
A lot of people, everyone has loved it.
It is a great game. I love it. And it's really fun. And we always just like shopping. Like we always say shopping when we're like choosing things. And I really love it. And it's going into the bag. So there.
In the bag. All right.
In the bag.
My next one is actually a game that we've only just started playing recently, but as soon as we started playing it, like even after game one, I was like, yep, I'm hooked, is Cafe. So Cafe is a little, what do you call that mechanic? When you're like covering, you've got cards and you're using other cards to cover other cards. And then depending on the adjacency, you can trigger different things. It's quite a cute little, like thematically, you're progressing your beans, your coffee beans through their drying process, their roasting process, and then you end up either putting them in your supply or sending them to coffee shops.
It's a bit of an engine builder too, because
definitely.
You're kind of collecting like actions so that you can maximize your turn.
Yeah, I love this little game, and you can play it solo. So
you will be.
Amy was not a huge fan. I loved it. Like as soon as I finished a game, I'm like, oh, again, I want to try something else. I want to do something. So it's in the bag.
Yeah. I'm interested to play it with more players. Although I don't think it will change very much.
No, I don't think your experience will change.
No, it's very like solitary, which I like a lot of interaction. So for me, I didn't love it, but Maggie gets Maggie's choice. Yay. So my next game is Web of Spies. Web of Spies. Probably a bit of a niche, weird pick, actually. I hadn't heard anything about this game until I came across it randomly in a game shop while we're in Vegas, actually.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and brought it home and gave it a go with some friends, and it is the epitome of Take That. It's hilarious. You're just... you've got like a cluster of spies that are traveling around the world, and essentially you're trying to kill each other, blow each other up, until someone's been completely eliminated. You've got a hand of cards that have different weapons, different attacks, and you're trying to defend yourself with cards. The reason why it's so brutal is that if you use a defense card on your turn, you don't get to refresh your cards until it comes back around to you. So if everyone decides to gang up on you, they can really just keep attacking turn by turn by turn, and you're losing all of your characters. So it's just a fun, funny, light kind of game with a lot of Take That, which I think will be a real winner. And potentially we won't be talking to the rest of our family by this
Yeah,
time.
that's my concern, that there's going to be some incendiary conversations.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's see if we have a family after this.
Will we have a family or won't we have a family? Going into the bag.
In the bag. All right. My final one is one that we actually reviewed quite recently. It's another small box game, but it's a beautiful game, Tranquility.
Oh, maybe we'll need that after Web of Spies.
Yeah, maybe. Like to try like a
cooperative game.
co-op to try and bring people together with like beautiful artwork. So yeah, in Tranquility, which we'll link to the review that we did, you are all working together to try and sequentially map out or fill in this puzzle of numbers between 1 through 80. It's all done in silence, so you really kind of have to. Yeah, it's a lot of fun because there's a little bit of it's quite tense, but also quite soothing, you know.
It is soothing, yeah. Oh, I hope we
yeah.
can fit the playmat in here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, because the playmat really,
really
in the bag.
In the bag. Yeah, we both agree on that one.
Adds to that experience. It really makes the table presence pop and come to life.
It'd be interesting to see everyone be quiet and cooperate at Christmas.
And it's not really like a full quiet. It's kind of like a
yeah. So like just like the mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, my final pick.
one.
My final pick. Well, my final pick, not your final pick.
Yeah, that's my final pick.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Was that 5 already?
Yeah, that's 5.
Ah.
That's how fast time flies.
What happened to Just One?
He had to be cut.
He didn't make the list.
Sorry, Just One.
Sorry, Mum.
Yeah,
my
sorry,
mum loves
Mum.
that game. I think we're going to have to bring that just for my
So
mum.
you might have to be like an honorable mention.
I think it's going to be like an honorable...
that actually does have to make it in the bag.
Yeah.
Maybe we can gift it to her.
That's a great idea.
That's a good idea. Okay, so it doesn't have to come in the bag.
Mum, hope you're not watching.
She's not going to watch this. It's fine.
Okay, my last pick is Netavilla. Netavilla is a game that actually only came out this year. Again, we've reviewed this one, but the games that some of the games that we're taking are games that I love, like Calico, but just because we're always reviewing new games, we're always like moving on to the next game. I haven't been able to get back and play more of, and this is one that I really, really enjoy. It's super simple. It's set collection. There's no other set collection game here. But I'm really interested to see how it plays with more players. I think my brother would really get into the theme, like the dwarf kind of theme.
He definitely will, yeah.
And my sister will be really good at it because she's an engineer and good at efficiency kind of puzzles. So I think it's going to be a real hit, and I'm excited to play more of it. So that is going into the bag. And actually, the bag's looking a little bit full. So maybe we'll have to bring a second bag. But
yeah, we have a quarter of the bag left.
Yeah.
That's not going to be anywhere near enough space. Yeah.
We actually have 2 of these bags. We'll probably take both. But those are the ones that we're packing to take with us for Christmas. What are you playing over Christmas? Please tell us in the comments section. What are your family favorites? How do you cater for such a broad range of people when you're selecting games to play and teach? Yeah. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and we'll be back soon with more game reviews. But bye for now.
Bye.